Welcome! How are you all? This is Sylvia Enders. I'm the CEO of District Home Loans, and I have a beautiful team here. I have Sonia Galdiano, has been a loan officer for over 20 years. Joel Ventura,
loan officer as well.
For many years with us. And a distinguished guest tonight.
Absolutely.
We've been doing, this is our first episode in English. We've been doing this in Spanish, and it had to be tonight that Mr. Foreman came to our office and we're like, we're doing this.
Happened to walk in the door.
Yes. Thank you so much, Brian. This is a pleasure.
It's an
We're
honor.
here to give you guys a great hour of information. Now we're just gonna do 10 minutes, but very important information. Brian is here to talk about a Fannie Mae program that it has a low down payment for purchases and refinances, and also renovation programs, right, Brian?
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about the HomeStyle program, Fannie Mae program?
So Fannie Mae HomeStyle is a fantastic program that allows you to buy a home that needs some work. And the program helps you fund or finance the work that you need to get done. So, it allows you to open up your opportunities of homes that you want to look at buying. For example, maybe, you've seen some homes that are not quite in your price range, but you love the house, but it needs a bathroom or a garage or something else where you could use some money to expand that house or rehab that house, but you don't have the funds to do it. There's financing available to help you do that. Fantastic, really cool, and low down payment at the same time.
Beautiful. What's the credit score?
You don't even have to have a high credit score. You can be at a 620 score.
620.
So very reasonable.
Is it you can do this conventional or FHA?
Conventional or FHA, finance in all the rehab, and it can be as little as, I don't know, $50,000 and, just putting a bathroom in, or tearing down a house and building, from the foundation up.
Wow, that's good to know.
That's amazing. Do you guys know that this year is the year that renovation costs have been so high? Everybody's trying to remodel their homes. So this is a great program to buy a kind of
Fixer-upper.
like a fixer-upper
Yeah.
and do it your own style, right?
And expand your horizon to other markets, of course.
Of course, yeah. And you mentioned 620 credit score. I know, Sonia, you've been dealing with kind of low scores that you've been trying to fix, so we can help with that too, right?
We are actually a Pinnacle partner as well, and we have resources to help you increase your credit score. So when you give us a call, I can make sure I talk to our contact and our resources to find out what the exact issues are with your current credit, your past credit, see your credit history. We can do a soft pull and see what your credit is like now. And then we'll figure out what's the best way to proceed with getting your credit score up. It may take a few weeks, it could take a few months, but it is so worth it to make sure we get you back on the right track and move forward.
And going back to you, Brian, how many years have you been in this industry?
A lot. Too many. No, over about 25 or so.
25 years, so you know your craftsmanship.
Been at it for a while and understand all the programs and the nuances involved. And yeah, it's fun. Still working at it and, learn something new. Maybe not every day, but every week. And that's what keeps it fun.
The challenge.
More challenges.
Keeps us.
Now I have a question for you.
keeps us
Do you
going.
find that in all the years that you've been doing this, do you find that a lot of people are not aware of what there is out there that you can offer, that you can do for people that are not the norm, 20% down, conventional purchase, or?
It's so interesting you bring that up because we hear it all the time that people think, even today, that you have to have 20% down. you know, that they don't even know. And there's so many options available to people. There's so many different programs that open up opportunities to people that either don't have the down payment or don't have the income, or, you know, there's so many different pieces. But yes, I mean, that's, you know, I think that's why what you guys are doing here is fantastic.
That's good to know. Here you have it from Brian. We can help you.
People need to know. So spread the word.
So Home Ready would be one of those programs,
Yeah.
correct? That would allow 3% down, 5% down.
Yeah, 3% down. Home Ready is a great program from Fannie Mae, so it gives you great rates. And it allows people to get in with discounted mortgage insurance.
That's on the big but when dealing with less than 20% down, right?
Mortgage insurance.
Mortgage insurance.
Right.
Oh my God, it's gonna kill me monthly. But we have this
But
program.
Fannie Mae makes it easy with Home Ready.
With Home Ready, and so that's directed towards people that are in a lower income bucket, and then so because of that, in order to encourage them to buy homes, they have lowered the cost of the mortgage insurance, and then there's also some adjustments in the pricing that are lowered for those loans too, to help give them better rates and keep their payments down.
So the benefit of the lower mortgage interest on the monthly payment makes a lot of difference, especially when you're looking at the debt to income ratios and the qualification. Even for a refinance, if you have the equity in your home, you can definitely refinance, lower the MI, or get rid of it completely
Yep.
and have that lower payment.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, if it saves you $100 a month, it's another $100, right?
And not even that, even for people that want to cash out too, right?
Yes.
Like there's so much equity right now. There's the highest ratio of equity. And if you're planning on buying another house or even cashing out to remodel your house, because now our homes are our cozy spot, right, to be in after slowly getting out of the virus. We realize that our homes are everything to us, of course, after family. So it's our priority is to remodel. So if there's so much equity in your homes, just contact a loan officer to find out what the rate would be and what the monthly payment would be, how much equity you have. That's very important to know, because it's a big investment. It's for some people, it's the biggest investment of their lives.
Most
their
people,
homes.
most people.
Most people,
I
yeah.
mean, the equity in people's homes right now are at it's like a 25-year high.
Right.
You know, after the crisis, you know, and guidelines tightened up, and you know, people have been saving more and putting more money into their homes. You know, especially last year. Yeah, and you know, the values have been increasing, and so right now, especially with rates as low as they are, I mean, they just took a dip again last week.
Yes.
Right. So
Inflation is up, rates are low.
rates are down.
Yeah.
This is the time to surely take advantage of those cash out opportunities, and maybe use one of these programs to, you know, to rehab your house, put that, you know, office in there, whatever it might be.
Working at home.
Especially with the COVID now, I know I found myself working from home a lot last year, and that, like you mentioned, Sylvia, there are a lot of things I want to do to my little condo that I know will help me get more organized and have a better structure for my home and my home office, and then the actual office here now. So if there's days where, especially with the winter weather coming up,
Right.
if we get a snow, I get trapped at home, then I know I'm very comfortable, and I can work in peace and not have all this, background noise or interruptions, disruptions, so to speak, in my home area, with my home, because I have my living room, my dining room, but my dining room now is my office. I want to have a little
You
separate
and so many
area.
others.
Yeah.
I would want to renovate now, but now I see renovation of bathroom and kitchen too. So, so there's you start with one room, but then you end up wanting to do everything. So definitely.
And let me say, it's so important to run the numbers. Like, this is what
Yes.
you guys do every day. Like, people don't understand that. I just helped a friend he hasn't refinanced in 15 years.
Wow.
He just thought, and this was what it was, and he was on a plan, and we ran some numbers for him. I mean, he saved over the life of his loan, he was going to save, I don't know, $50,000, and then it was like $100,000 in payments because he was paying it off early, and and that's what I said to him is, you don't know until you run the
don't know.
numbers.
Exactly.
So
Till you
call
talk to
these
a
guys. This is what they do every day, and it's all about numbers.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know until you do that. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And
Right.
We'll
And if
be
it
honest.
doesn't, it's
Yeah,
fine.
right.
Sure.
I always say the
educate.
numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
You know, and we run the transparent numbers, and
Yep.
if they make sense to you, they make sense to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's the way
especially
we do
with
it.
all these programs, do have also FHA, right?
We do FHA and all the Fannie Mae, and then we have portfolio programs that will kind of do things that, outside of the box, and do people that have, trouble, qualifying off of just standard tax returns.
So you have 1099.
Yeah, if you're just on a 1099, or you recently just, became self-employed from being W-2'd, there's flexibility there. If you just want to show income on bank statements, if you're,
Wow.
don't want to show a bunch of income documentation,
Profit and
there's-
loss too.
you can just
Probably.
use a profit and loss statement. The market is opening up to, provide opportunities to people. And I think we're going to see even more changes coming in the next year.
I
And
think
very
so.
competitive rates.
Yes, incredible.
Lowest in history.
Some of the lowest we've ever seen. It's
Now I have a
amazing.
question about the HomeStyle renovation loan or the FHA 203K renovation loans. What is not so much the process, but I guess the length of time from beginning to end that you've seen in your experience of
On a renovation loan, I mean, you have to factor in at least 45 days.
Okay.
Just because there are
From beginning to
multiple
closing.
inspections. Yeah, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know how long some of these pieces are going to take.
Yeah, and we need contractor bids.
You need bids, you need inspections to be done,
Yeah.
and there's,
So it will take 45 days for the loan to be completed and the renovation to be completed?
No,
No.
they give you
How does that work?
6
That's a
months.
really good
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
So you will close, normally like you would close any other loan. It's just going to take maybe 2 weeks longer, maybe. But you go to closing, everybody, you own the house. And then the renovations get done afterwards. And we just work on that behind the scenes
So it's not
with you all,
livable.
with the borrower.
It's not livable until the renovations are finalized after the closing.
Livable?
Livable.
Well, it could be, right? If you just need to rehab a bathroom, or you want to add a garage on, sure, the house could be livable.
Okay. And
You
while
just
they
want to
work
make your
there,
repairs.
You are living in
You're
the
still
property.
living in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely doable.
So they give you 30 days after, I'm sorry,
Yes, go ahead.
after closing, they give you 30 days to start the renovation or the work. And from then you have 6 months to complete it, which is really cool. They give you enough time, especially with things going so much slower now with COVID.
What will happen if there's some money left over?
Oh, that's a good point. So if there's money left over, you projected that the costs were going to be $50,000 and they were $40,000. That money just gets applied to the principal, so your
So
loan
you're
amount
lower.
is lower,
Nice.
and then your
Nice.
payment will be lower.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Actually, let me take that back. Your payment will stay the same, but your
We'll stay
principal
the
will
same,
go
but the
down.
principal is going to
Yes.
go down.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
goes
amazing.
right back to
That
your
is
loan,
excellent.
so
Yeah,
you
that is
have
good
less
to
to
know.
pay off.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow, this is great
They
information.
should pay it off sooner.
We're in some
Thank you
exciting
so
times right now.
much. Yeah.
And so many people don't know, and there's so
No.
many mortgage companies and loan officers that don't educate
Right.
their clients about this.
We're for education.
And we're for
Yes.
education. That's why we have this medium for us to communicate with the community.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we meet every Wednesday. We try to post the videos between Thursday and Fridays.
Yes, absolutely. Once a week.
Once a week. We'll do live soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been amazing to have you here. What a blessing to have you here. All of a sudden, it was a surprise meeting. Visit.
I didn't know I was doing a
No.
video cast
It was
today.
a surprise
Hey, how about
visit. I'm
this?
like, Brian, you have a great voice and so much information
do
to
it.
give and educate our clients.
Especially your
and our viewers.
expertise. You have
Yeah.
20 plus years in the
I've
industry.
known you and worked with you for over 10 years, but 25, I didn't
a
know
long
you
time.
were in the business for 25.
Way
I've been in the
back when
business for 18.
kind of out of the womb, I went into the business.
Exactly, because we're only 30. Right?
Exactly.
Oh, thank you so much,
That's
Brian.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been lovely having you. Honestly, if you have any more questions,
Not at this time.
No.
but I'm
if
sure
you have
I
any
know where to go
questions,
to.
please
Exactly.
comment down below.
Let's talk about one other thing that I think is
let's
great
start.
that people don't even know is an option too, is that we have something that's called TBDs, right? So
yeah.
to be determined. So a lot of people think that, they can't, they have to put an offer in right away and then after that go and talk to a mortgage
Right.
person, or they put an offer in and they're not really qualified, so they can get pre-qualified by somebody. But we have the next step is a TBD, which says, hey, I don't know what property I'm going to buy yet, but I want to get underwritten. So that's what a TBD is it's a pre-approval. So these guys will put your loan together and then submit it to an underwriter, and the loan will actually be underwritten. So your credit will be approved, the income will be approved, and then they can go out, and it's also going to help win bids,
Absolutely.
right? Because the
With such
realtors know better.
competitive market.
You're
That's
saying,
huge.
just so that I can understand, Brian, you're saying that a client can come to me, get fully pre-qualified, 100% underwritten
With the
without
span
a
of
property.
underwriting.
Without the appraisal.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
Approved by underwriting, and then when they go put their offer in, they can close quicker because all they need at that point is title work, an appraisal, and a contract.
That's a huge
Wow.
competitive advantage
Yes.
for
Huge
realtors.
advantage.
If there are any realtors
amazing.
watching, give us a call. We can definitely do that for your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can too.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
No,
This
this
It's
has been
awesome.
amazing.
is
And
District Home Loans.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
thank
Great
you
team.
guys for being here with us for this quick 10-minute podcast, educational podcast. Don't forget to subscribe so that you know a little bit more every week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless
Adios.
you. Bye.